Good morning. Let me ask you a question. Is your marketing optimized? And I'm going to focus on one particular social media platform because I know it's a challenge to do all of them. And I only recommend you start really, really strongly with one, especially if you don't have a plan. But if you have a plan as to how you want to expand your business, grow your client base, stay in touch with those that are really, really important to you, then there's some strategies you would like to maybe learn in order to optimize that marketing that you're working on today instead of just taking pot shots at your marketing. Now, what do I mean by pot shots? Well, first of all, I'm Marla Copal, and I help you optimize your marketing and your attitude and your perspectives on what can be easier when it comes to marketing yourself. You are the only product there is to market. You may have all your stuff, your things, your books, your classes, your items that you sell for health or for activewear, but whatever it is, no matter whether you call it network marketing or you call it you're a coach or you're a consultant, the point is, are you optimizing presenting yourself often enough, well enough, consistently enough so that people know who you are? So let's talk about one place where people really look for us. They look for us on our Facebook profiles. And they want to say, well, what are you messaging? So, even I know that I need to create a niche. So I know what I say on my Facebook profile, but I also know that I do it a little differently over on LinkedIn. Because if I'm working for a professional within a business, I have some assets that they transfer either way. So sometimes a label limits us, and sometimes a label gets us the attention we need. And that's what I help you figure out. So the fascinating thing about going online to do business is that many of us in 2020, we didn't know what was coming down the road with the virus and the changes we had to make in our life. And it took a few of us to get on board, and some of us spent a lot of money experimenting, and I did that. I experimented. I experimented with who's going to educate me and teach me on the new skills that I need. Who's going to give me a system that'll allow me to do funnels and really have people I can connect with on a daily basis. I needed a tribe of marketers, and I found that tribe of marketers. And man, my education is still growing. It's kind of like going to class at school, and you find like-minded people, and they're all willing to share what it is that they've learned and that they're using. And you get to watch them, and you get to have great examples. So I'm going to digress a bit here because I just got off the phone or the Zoom with a young woman in India that I tutor in English. And it was fascinating today because she really wants to become a storyteller. And this one is going to be one of her assets that she creates for helping her market herself to get into her next level education, which we might call college. And so we're working on things like enunciation. I'm giving her stories so that she can learn how to just not read the English, but do the emotion that goes with it. And it's very rewarding for me. And as I was working with her this morning earlier, I thought, oh my gosh. In 1972, I read a book by Alvin Tofler called Future Shock. And in that, he was talking about how our children and their children would be talking to people all over the world. And he called them pen pals because that was the framework we knew then. Pen pal meant you're going to write letters to people in Japan and everything. Well, that was fascinating because I didn't know how you were going to meet them in the first place. Well, I met my opportunity to tutor through Facebook in a group where the young woman running this school for young women in India to get better education was asking for funding. And, I like to participate. And I've been a tutor many, many times. And I thought, well, I asked her, do you want tutors? And she said, yes. So there I was, all these many years later, after reading that book, getting connected with a young 14-year-old girl. And once a week, we are on the phone and we're doing our exercises in English and stories and having fun. And, you see where people have a challenge speaking our language. And so today we really had some great teaching points on what syllable do you emphasize. And she taught me some of her language as I went through the process with mine. So what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say that there's all sorts of opportunities that we can optimize in our lives, and we don't always know where they are. We don't know the process that's going to be involved or anything else. So let me come back and make this simple. I run a study group so that I can help people learn what more they can do to present themselves effectively. When you're presenting yourself effectively, you're actually attracting people to yourself. They say, I want to know more about that person. Ooh, that sounds cool. What do they mean by that? Well, they look so open and they look so fun. I think it's okay to go ask them a couple of questions in Messenger and create a relationship. Now, there's some strategies to that if you're a serious online marketer. But what about you just putting your toe in the water, putting that big toe in the water and saying, okay, that person looks interesting. Let me just reach out today and see if I can have an interesting conversation. That's it. Make it that simple. It's not like do or die. It's like, get rid of that product. That product is not you. You have to get comfortable with building your relationships. So step one is you've got the right kind of banner on your Facebook page. And this is what I'm going over in my study group this week. Is your banner page, don't put a quote on it. A quote says you're marketing something and you really just don't know how to present yourself. So it's actually, it's a warning to somebody like, stay away. Put something up about what you do. Put your, and today's class that I'll teach at 10:30, which is a free study group, I go over that. How do you do that? How do you come in and build relationships? Well, we're going to start with your profile, and everybody needs an update. And are you changing your banner picture and the posting message that goes with that, like maybe every other month, so that you look fresh, you look new, you look like you're out there playing in the world of marketing and optimizing? Think of all the times that the advertisers change their ads. So let's come back. Is your marketing optimized? Are you building a global business? I now have people in my study group from Japan, from the Philippines, from Australia, from Mexico, and the United States. How fun, right? These are people I never would have met. So here I am. Oh, Canada too. I got Canada. So, and I'm looking for some from the United Kingdom. So if you're listening, come on into my study group. But my point is, don't sit and hope what you're doing now works. Tune up, tune up, tune up. Always be looking to say, am I optimized? Am I optimized? Am I getting the results that I want? Don't run around. If you run around and say, oh, I can't do that. So I'm going to throw out one more challenge to you. Join me this week. Come on in. Let's see if your Facebook profile is really marketing you the best that you can, if you are marketing on Facebook. And then the other thing is to look at next week. We're going to go, or in the 2 weeks, we're going to go into doing lives. So many people are holding back their power. So many people. There is really no message that I can give you, but I have coached over 500 people in their video presence, in their power online. I've actually stood next to someone to help them so that I just had my energy there with them as they were living in fear and delivering. So I have all sorts of presentation tricks, and I've trained over 1,000 people to speak on stage. And I'm not talking keynote speakers. I'm talking people who for the first time just need to talk at the Rotary Club, or for the first time they need to talk at some health group, or for the first time, whatever the first time is, that's where I'm the best. I can pull you through that because you really got the stuff. I just show you what you have. So I'm a little digressive today. So let's talk about this. I have an offer for you to join my study group. so that you can not only look at your Facebook profile, get that updated, make sure we're optimizing your marketing, but in 3 weeks, I'm going to do some video coaching. So you want to stay along. I give a weekly offer. So why not start today and get in? You only just have to catch up on what I started yesterday. It's pretty simple. I just give you 20 minutes of education every day, and I give you a homework assignment, and I actually give away some really hot stuff. But you got to say yes and let me know. And I'm available for you to grow those skills, to get you a worldwide audience, and to let you understand what optimized marketing looks like. See you later.